Hey there, pilots. This is Pete with Bananahobby.com. Welcome to your all-in-one review of the BlitzRCworks Arttech Razor 200 ready-to-fly helicopter. What we are going to do here for you is basically I'm going to give you a what's in the box review and show you what comes out of the box with this beautiful little ready-to-fly Razor 200 radio control helicopter. And then what we're going to do is basically fly it around the studio, and then we're going to take it outdoors for a little bit of a flight outdoors here too as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just start talking about this Razor 200. This is basically your fully ready-to-fly 4-channel RC helicopter on fixed pitch, and it's using 2.4 gigahertz spread spectrum technology for the radio transmission. So there's no more radio issues or range issues or anything like that. So this is just a really, really nice altogether box ready-to-fly helicopter with a little handle on it, and it suits really nicely as your storage place and carrying container too as well. I've flown this at a couple of shows already, and these things fly absolutely amazing. I've got one at home that I fly around the neighborhood and stuff like that, and it's just a ton of fun. So let's go ahead and bring the camera in a little bit closer, give you a tighter view of what comes into the box of this really nice little Razor 200. Okay, so basically it ships to you just like this, and it's foam insulated, so it is extremely durable in there, and it keeps it from bouncing around and things like that. So let's go ahead and start taking stuff out of the box here. All right. Let's get the foam top piece off. And first thing I want to show you is when you get the foam top piece off, the wall adapter for the Razor 200 is actually in here. So don't throw this piece away or anything like that. This actually keeps your helicopter from bouncing around if you choose to use this as a carrying case. But your adapter for your helicopter, for the charger, is right here. So let's go ahead and pull that out first so we can actually review that. Okay, let's get that out of the way. And that's your Razor 200. Just a good looking. Basically, it's in your 200 size category as far as the size is concerned. So let's go ahead and put the box aside here, and we're just going to start taking stuff out. First thing we're going to get out of there is the helicopter. And this is the Razor 200. And this is the green version. We have a red version as well. As you can see, this is just a really, really pretty little helicopter. Extremely light, and the blades are extremely durable. I'm going to go ahead and try to get the camera in just a little bit tighter. There we go. So you can see the mechanics of here. This Razor 200 basically is your only, it's one of the only ones that I know of that it's pretty much ready to fly out of the box, and it retains your regular 4-channel function. We'll talk about that in a little bit later. This Razor here has a full metal head. The blade grips are metal or aluminum, and just the main shaft and everything here is all metal. So it's a really nice looking top shaft here. Blades are plastic, and they are extremely durable, so you can actually bend them, and in the event that you hit something, they don't actually break. Oh, well, of course with helicopters, there's always the crash thing, and if you do hit something hard enough, it will break. But as you can see, it's pretty durable here. Really durable Lexan canopy, so that comes nice and durable as well. And it's a three-bladed motor-driven tail here, and just a really nice, easy flying, easy setup. There's nothing to really do pretty much out of the box because it's pretty set up already, and they're pre-flight tested from the factory, so they're pretty much ready to go. So let's go ahead and take the canopy off real quick here. Okay, we'll get the canopy off, and you pretty much have your basic configuration here. This is the BlitzRC 4-in-1 controller, which basically controls your throttle and all your control surfaces, and it's your gyro unit as well that controls the tail there. Main gear, brushed main motor, so it keeps everything nice and simple. 2 little mini BlitzRC servos that control the swash blade here for the movements, and really basic, easy format, easy layout. And in the event that you do crash it and you strip the main gear or something like that, we have full part support, and this makes repair extremely easy. So that's what we aim for with this, is for the sport flyer and for the beginner out there that wants to get into helicopter flying, and don't want a whole lot of difficult things that you have to do to maintenance or anything like that. So that is the good thing there. Okay, let's get this canopy back on here. Of course, we got to get the stabilizer bar out of the way before we can tuck the canopy back on. Okay, there we go, and we're going to press the canopy back onto the little canopy rod. There we go. And she is back on. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and set the canopy. Set the Razor aside here for a little bit. And let's talk about the radio. Okay, so here we have your BlitzRC 2.4 gigahertz radio here. Pretty much real simple. We got everything, you know, your full controls and everything on there. And the reason why I was talking about this being your like actual real 4-channel helicopter, meaning if you go to the mall and you purchase something from, you know, one of the vendors at the mall, they sell these helicopters all over the place now, or from Toys R Us or something like that. Usually it's a 3-channel, and you learn how to fly the helicopter with the sticks on the wrong side. And with this, basically it's your 4-channel layout, so everything is in the correct layout. So when you learn and fly from this helicopter, you actually take what you learn from this helicopter and it applies to every single other helicopter out there, as far as your basic aileron, elevator, your tail rotor, and your throttle. It's all on the correct sides here. And you know, you can go up to the big gas 3D helicopters too with learning from this kind of a platform here. And again, like I said, this is 2.4 gigahertz. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later when we go ahead and power it on. And then out of the box, we have more stuff coming out. We have your balance charger. Okay, so this is your BlitzRC. It's a little balance charger, and it's variable amperage from 0.3 amps to 1 amp. And I believe the battery, let's go ahead and talk about the battery real quick. And this is the wall adapter. So you're going to plug your wall adapter into the outlet right here, and then plug it right into the wall here. And the light on here will signify when it's charging and when it's done. When it's red, it's charging, and then when it turns green, it is done. But let me go ahead and grab the battery here. Okay, this is the battery that's included with the Razor 200. It is it's an 800 milliamp rating, 7.4 volt little lithium polymer pack. And this basically plugs into the smaller port on here. So once you plug it in, the slide will turn on. It'll probably be red, and then when it's green, it will be done. And you go ahead and unplug it here. And this dial rate here, I would leave it right close to 1 amp charge rate, and it'll charge it nice and full and nice and quick here. So it is a balance charger, and it keeps it nice and safe. For all the new guys and new girls out there that are getting into the hobby, these batteries are called lithium polymer batteries, LiPos. And with LiPos, you don't want to drain them too far down. Okay, you want to time your flights and then make sure that you don't fly more than what the battery has to offer. If you fly it until it runs out of power, normally you will harm the battery, and then it won't charge back up, or it will charge back up and it won't have the power output anymore. So make sure you don't fly these until they're out of power. And then also, on the same token, when you're charging this, don't charge this unattended. Make sure when you're charging this, don't plug it in and then go to bed or anything like that, or plug it in and then go to the mall. When you're charging it, make sure you're around and check the battery from time to time during the charge cycle. During the charge cycle, the battery will never get warm, but when you're flying it, after you're done flying it, it will get warm. If you're charging it and the battery starts to feel hot to the touch or warm during the charge cycle, unplug it right away, and make sure you call us, and we'll get it taken care of for you. Okay, so let's put the battery aside there. And they give you, we supply you with an extra set of main blades and an extra tail blade, which is great. And just a little quick note here on how the tail blade mounts. The tail blade is pressure fitted, so when you do break the tail blade here, all you have to do is get a pair of small snips or cutters and go ahead and cut away at the plastic a little bit here on the corner here, and then it'll pop right off, and then all you have to do is just snap the new one right back on here. This is just a good looking little helicopter. Okay, when you get this, after you get this here, you have to make sure that you're looking for the instructions and you can't find them. It's because the instructions are underneath the foam piece, and it's completely underneath the foam, so it's not hidden. So it's hidden down here, so don't forget the instructions right here. And that's pretty much all it comes with. And then it also comes with a little Allen wrench, and you have in here a CD software for the RC flight simulator that it comes with, and it comes with a little USB patch cord, so you can actually learn how to fly a helicopter, learn how to fly an airplane with this transmitter and your computer programming without any kind of crash cost. So that is always a bonus. So let's go ahead and put that aside. Okay, so that's all that pretty much comes out of the box here. Let's go ahead and take the camera back out here, and we'll give you a little. All right, so what I'm going to do now is basically run you through how to power this Razor 200 up and go ahead and get this thing flying for you. First of all, the transmitter will require 8 AA batteries, and they go right back here. So make sure you use a quality alkaline AA battery. We sell we have batteries that you can include in this package as well, making it pretty much true ready to fly here. Just make sure you use quality AA batteries. Don't use any cheap batteries in there, because this is the transmission between your controller and your helicopter. So you want to keep these batteries nice and fresh and strong here. Once you install the batteries in here, I always tend to put my hands on it and then give it a roll, and that way the batteries are all seat very, very well and be able to turn on. So sometimes when you turn it on, there's no light there, so you want to make sure you roll it around there and then it'll turn on. A couple of keynotes with this Razor. We're going to get the LiPo. Make sure you fully charge the LiPo first. When the light turns green, take it off the charger, and it slides in right and easy right down here into this little snap here underneath the skids. And once it gets over there, just give it a push here. Let's see here. There we go. And it's all the way in, and that's all you have to do here. Unlike a lot of the products that we carry and on the market, this is reverse in the powering on process. You don't want to do this with any other aircraft or anything like that unless it's stated in the manual, and this is one of them. But usually you turn on your transmitter first, and then you plug in the helicopter, and then when you go to turn it off, it's unplug the helicopter and then turn off the transmitter. This one, the power off process is the same, but the power on is actually backwards, because it wants to read a signal from the transmitter first. So with this, what we do now is you keep it on a flat surface, and we are going to plug in the LiPo battery to the helicopter. And make sure you line up red and red and black, okay, on the polarity plug here. There is no on and off switch on the helicopter. When you plug it in, it is on. When you unplug it, it is off. So right now, the helicopter is plugged in, and what we're going to do now is then turn on the transmitter, and then now it will communicate. The light will flash, the LED will flash on here, and you'll hear the helicopter jitter. There you go. It just jittered. The swash plate will move a little bit, and now it's binded and it's ready to go. Before you move anything at all, you want to just check your surfaces and move the swash plate around, and it is moving and it is good. And on this helicopter, the swash plate looks like it's not sitting level, and that's normal. This is the way this helicopter sits right there. And I know a lot of people like to tighten their blades. Don't tighten these blades. They're made to be free flow, like kind of loose like that. If you tighten it too much, it'll cause vibration, so we don't want that. So right now, she's pretty much ready to go, plugged in, and let's see if we can give you a little flight here in the studio here. Okay, let's go ahead and take her off here. That tail motor will spool up pretty fast, and that's normal because it's trying to counter it from spinning from the main blade torque here. There's a little blinking LED on there, which is pretty cool too. I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not. Okay, so let's go ahead and just take her off here. So basically, this is just extremely smooth here. It's just extremely smooth, and we're inside. So when you're in a small area to fly one of these helicopters, the helicopter will tend to always move around a little bit, and it's because there are rotor activity. The winds coming off of the main blades are bouncing off the walls and off the ceiling and off the table, so it makes it a little bit unstable. But as you can see here, this is extremely stable. We can move it from side to side. We can fly some circuits in here just like this. This is really smooth here. Look at that. I'll give the camera a closer look here. That is just too cool. Get it back over here. And we'll put it right back down. Well, actually, we'll do a couple of pirouettes here. Do a couple of pirouettes here. Wow, that's cool. Let's take it outside. We'll give you a flight review outside too. Nice little landing here. Just like that. Let's go ahead and take the Razor 200 outdoors, and we'll come back in a little bit and wrap this up here. All right, so we're at the field today with the Razor 200. It's a beautiful Sunday over here, and we're just going to fly it around. A little breezy here, but we'll try it anyway. Remember, with this helicopter, you have to plug in the battery first and then turn on the transmitter here. Here we go. Here we go. Right. With that, we're going to call this Razor 200 what's out of the box, or what's in the box, and all-in-one review, flight review, and everything, a wrap. As you can see, this Razor 200 performs in basically the most stable platform that I think I've flown in a while in a single rotor fixed pitch helicopter. It's just extremely, extremely stable. This is for all the beginners and all the people that want to just sport fly and learn how to just learn all your basic orientations on how to fly here. Outdoors, keep in mind, if it's blowing wind, you're not going to want to fly this outdoors. It won't handle it very well in windy conditions. Light winds are okay, but preferably when there's no wind is the best. So this is the Razor 200, again, from Bananahobby.com. And get yourself one of these. The price is amazing. The ones that you're getting at the mall is probably just about the same price as something like this, and this is in the hobby category, and we carry the full part support as well. Like I said, this is something that I really enjoy flying around my neighborhood and around trees and obstacles and stuff like that, so just a ton of fun. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and like us, become a fan on Facebook, and check out YouTube and subscribe on YouTube and check out all the new reviews and fun things coming up soon. Razor 200. Just an awesome little helicopter. My name is Pete. Thank you always for your support, and we will see you next time with a different review.